Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do the New Year tag are my goals in general for this year and for this channel. But anyway, so the first question is, how many books are you planning to read in 2021? So last year on my Goodreads, I actually beat my Goodreads goal, which is surprising to me because I never did that before. When I first started reading, I used to read like hundreds of books every year, but I did actually beat my goal last year that I set on Goodreads, which was like 10, and I think I read 12. This year I'm gonna try to set it to 13. Realistically 13. I would like to do 100 books this year, but I don't know. Question number 2, name 5 books you didn't get to this year but want to make a priority in 2021. I have to read A Court of Mist and Fury. I have it on my bookshelf. I'm pretty sure I rented it from the library for a whole entire year and they never asked me to return it back because of COVID. I really wanted to read Chain of Gold, You, and then the prequel to You, so that's 2. I'll add an extra one just in case. There is a book, I think it's Fire and Ash, that I picked up. I can't remember what. Stalking Jack the Ripper. That was another one that I wanted to read. There's just a bunch of books that I want to read that I have on my TBR list. I think I'm going to start making videos about like making a TBR list. Number 3, what genre do you want to read more of? Last year I read a lot more sci-fi books that I've never thought I would read, and I also read a lot more realistic fiction, contemporary, I want to say, that's more realistic. When I read in that genre, it's like 50% of me likes those books and then the other 50% of me is kind of like, this is a little bit boring. But I think it would be interesting to read a little bit more books that are like that. Name 3 non-book related goals for 2021. I have a lot of goals in mind in general. There aren't just books, but books. The book goal is to read more and to write more. So I really want to get fit this year. I've actually been working out a lot more ever since Thanksgiving. It's nice to see like differences in your body. So I want to keep that up in 2020. My ideal goal is to be back to the weight that I was in high school. So another goal, I want to watch movies and TV shows that I never got to watch as a kid because I didn't have cable growing up. Well, it was me, and I want to work out more. I want to work on my physical and mental health. I've been doing therapy a lot lately to try and, what would probably be, I want to write more. I've been working on a book ever since 2015, I want to say. I've been writing this book. It's actually 3 books. It's kind of hard to explain, but I've been working on the story for like 7 years-ish, and I've never really talked about it on YouTube. I want to work on this novel and I want to finish it. I kind of want to do writing vlogs and showing like, here's my progress and where I'm at and what I used to do and things like that. I have a lot of great ideas for the new year. I want to read more. I want to write more. I want to maybe eventually publish my book one day. That would be so much fun. I would like to, you know, show it one day to the world, but it's like, it's my baby and I've been holding on to it for like 7 years and I don't want to let it go just yet. I kind of wanted to do more YouTube videos that weren't so heavily book related, but also like movies and maybe, I don't know, video games or makeup or art videos. Oh, that's another thing that I wanted to do, another goal. I want to create more art. I've recently started doing other art medias, so I started painting on glass, which was very dangerous at one point because I almost, actually the other day I was cleaning out my kitchen and I forgot that I had my art pieces on the floor and I almost cut my Achilles heel with the glass. But I want to do more art related stuff because I miss doing it. I miss drawing. I also want to work on my graphic design stuff. I bought a graphic design tablet not too long ago and I guess I had an idea to like redesign book covers. Interesting. I did like a Halloween poster one time for my library, which was really fun to do. And I also really want to travel. I was gonna go travel to London last year, but then COVID hit. In 2022, me and a group of my friends really want to go and do this study abroad trip where we'll get to go to Italy, London, and Barcelona. So that would be really cool to do. I really want to go travel and see the sights and the places. So hopefully by 2022 things will be a little bit better and we can all travel more because that was something I really wanted to do. What's a book you've had forever that you still need to read? A Court of Mist and Fury. That's the one that I still have to read. That one and Winter from the Lunar Chronicles. I own both those books, but I really need to read both of them, and I've only read half of them, and then I never finished them. And the reason for A Quarter of Mist and Fury was because of Rysand, and I just didn't like the relationship that was developing between him and Feyre. And then the reason why I never finished Winter was because that whole series I loved so much, and I knew if I finished that it would end and it would be done and I could never go back. But I need to finish it. But now I kind of feel like it's been so long since I've read the other books that I don't really remember what happened, and I feel like I have to reread all of them to read Winter, so we'll see about that. Also, the Dark Artifices. Also, I didn't know I was pronouncing that wrong this whole entire time. I used to say Dark Artifacts. It's the Dark Artifices. I think that's another goal I should add. Learn how to pronounce words correctly. One word that you're hoping 2020 will be. I don't think this is one word, but it's a phrase. I want 2021 to be life-changing, okay? Life-changing. I want it to be better, at least better than 2020. There's another question that says tag someone. So if you're a fellow book enthusiast, I tag you to do this tag. I don't really know many booktubers on booktube, sadly. I tag all of you guys. So I guess like some ideas that I have for the new year. I'm gonna be graduating in May, which is gonna be interesting because I don't think we're gonna get to walk the stage, and I kind of really wanted to do that. Surprisingly though, even though I know it takes forever, it just would have been nice to do that. I really wanted to go to graduate school and become a librarian, but I don't know if that's going to be possible just because of my financial situation right now. And right now, I don't know where I'm going to live. I want to get my books back. I really, really want to get my books back from my one friend because I had so many first edition books. I had one of my favorite books of all time that I had was from a film, and it just had all of the images. It was like this big, like it was mind-blowing. I loved it, and I really want to get them back so badly. I had its own case. I wish I could show you guys the book that I'm talking about. Other things that I wanted to talk about were with this YouTube channel. I know that I made this a book channel, but I also want to do other videos too, like vlogs, or I would like to do gaming stuff, but I don't know how to hook up that system. I wanted to do more get ready with me type stuff and like talk about like what's going on in my life and kind of like vent, I guess. And I still wanted to do like art videos, but I don't know how to set up my camera to where you can see the image as to what I'm doing and I'm also comfortable, because if I set it up the way I normally would set it up, my back would be hurting. So for any fellow artists out there who know how to film while drawing, let me know down below in the comments section, because I would gladly appreciate that help. But if you want to go see my artwork, I do have an Instagram. It's my main Instagram. I'll leave it down below, and I'm trying to post more of my artwork up on there. I also have a bookstagram, so I'm trying to post more of my books on there as well. But that's another thing too. I wanted to talk more about writing on this channel and like my reading journey and like books that I love. I know I wanted to do more book reviews, and I still want to do that, but I noticed that on booktube a lot of booktubers don't do that anymore, and that was something that I loved watching when I was growing up as a kid, because I felt like, oh my god, I can relate to these people. I can blab to them and talk about all my favorite books instead of talking about it to my cousin in the car about every single chapter that I read in the Mortal Instruments. So and how Jace was like this and Will was like this and like all of these things, but nobody does that anymore, and I'm kind of a little bit sad about that. I still am gonna do more reviews, but I think I'm just gonna have to come up with more ideas for other YouTube videos. If that becomes just get ready with me's or just simple little check-ins of like, this is what I'm doing today, or my top favorite books of all time, even though I can't remember a lot of what happens in them, or what I recommend you should read, things like that. So I'm gonna try my best to do that kind of stuff, even though I'm not reading as much as I used to. I really would like to get back into reading. It's just that I also want to talk about like life in college and my reading journey since I was a kid, and then my writing journey since I was a kid until now, and then college, and like why life has been so hectic, because it's been kind of crazy. So if they're not book related, I'm sorry. This channel is just gonna be me. It's just gonna be me doing what I love, whether that be art, reviews on movies or books, or makeup or get ready with me's or venting time or reading vlogs or whatever. It's gonna be what I want to do and what I like doing. So yeah, those are all my ideas for the new year. I am really pumped and enthusiastic about this year. I hope I can find a job and continue to make YouTube videos, because this is a really fun thing that I get to do and just talk about fun things. I have a lot of fun doing it. Aside from the editing stuff, I love making thumbnails. I love filming. Those are all my goals and my future plans for this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about all this stuff. I'm really pumped and enthusiastic about this year. I'm hoping 2021 is the year. It's the year, and I want it to be the year. It's the year I graduate. It's the year I find my place in the world. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. If you could do that. You can go watch my other videos. I will see all you guys in the next video. So, bye.